How's it? Today is Wednesday, January 24th. I'm deloading today, and because I missed Monday, I'm doing some weird stuff today. But take a look at this. I'm actually training on the middle platform today, but I was still able to get my side angle, which I'm actually really happy with. I think this looks a lot better than the other one does. But yeah, I'm doing some weird stuff today because normally I don't snatch on Wednesdays. Normally I only snatch on Monday, and it's usually reserved for Monday and Fridays. But again, because I missed on Monday, making that up today with some light powers, I was like, okay, do 3 sets of 3 at like a decent weight. I don't know what that meant. That could have been 60, 70, 75, maybe 80. Nah, 80 for a 3 is probably pushing it for like a quote unquote deload. But I ended up doing 60 today because I was feeling like that was a good weight. There's no other reason why. It might have been a little under like what I was capable of today, but I'm perfectly content with that weight that I selected. Same thing with the clean and jerk. So 3 sets of 3 plus 1. So power clean plus power jerk. Didn't know again what weight to do. I could have stayed at 80. I ended up doing 90. And maybe staying at 80 was a good idea. I don't know. But 90 turned out fine. It was just a little bit sore on my shoulder. This is my first set here of the power snatch. 60 again, I said. So 3 sets of 3. Like, my movement today is pretty good. I don't expect to be challenged too much, especially with the weights that I did end up selecting. I think for my shoulder condition, shoulder state, I think that I learned something towards the end of training today. For the last few weeks, it feels like my shoulder hurts in sometimes unexpected positions where, like, a month ago, maybe 6 weeks ago, I would say that my shoulder would be hurting when I specifically did X or I specifically did Y. And as long as I avoid X or Y, then my shoulder would be fine. That is no longer the case because sometimes I do something that doesn't hurt it, and then I go for the next rep, and then it hurts. And I don't know if it's almost 100% true that those 2 reps are not identical. Even from like a movement standpoint, it's really really hard to replicate something exactly. I mean down to like the millimeter of movement and speed itself. All of those factors do play into it. It also does bring into kind of the limelight, bring into focus that if my muscles get tired for whatever reason, then the rest of the kinetic chain doesn't work the same. So that is something I've been dealing with a lot lately. But as I kind of mentioned earlier, I figured out something towards the end. There was this shoulder stretch warm up type routine thing that I used to do when I was in college, 10 years ago at this point, which is crazy to say. But I used to do that from a good friend of mine. He was a really high level power lifter. His name is Peter. I wonder where he is right now. I don't know. But I met him at the Stanford gym because he needed somebody to spot him squatting. He was squatting like 4 plates or something. He weighs less than me, and there was nobody else around that could have even spotted him. Like just looking around at like the people around in the area, and so I ended up spotting him, and like I became good friends with him. But he showed me a banded warm up or stretch type movement for the shoulder. It consists of like 4 different exercises, and I did them at the end of the training session today, and my shoulder felt pretty damn awesome. I am not going to lie about that. So I might start doing those at the beginning to see if that does help prime my shoulder overall, and hopefully this is moving in the correct direction. I also did take a look at a textbook that I did mention yesterday that hopefully will help me kind of navigate this a little bit more planned out, a little bit more, I don't know how to say it, more intentionally. But yeah, these are my power cleans here. Some of these were not super great on the shoulder. You know, like a few weeks ago, cleans would have been great as long as I caught it high enough on my shoulder. But now it seems like sometimes it's just not there. It's just not where I need it to be, where I want it to be. And even though it might look like it is in the position, it just feels like it's not. Then these power jerks, these power jerks are not pleasant. but yeah, it is just 90 kilos. So we'll see what happens on Friday. I imagine I'm gonna do like snatches at like 80 and clean and jerk maybe 110. We'll see. We'll see. Here's my last set. I didn't actually do power cleans here. I did the hang power cleans. I did 1 power clean plus 2 hang power cleans plus 1 power jerk. This was a lot better on my shoulder, honestly. I think it's one of those things that from the hang, I have to maintain pressure on the bar. And I have to maintain being upright. And so when I go down to start the movement, it's already, like I'm already primed. I'm already, my shoulder's already active. And so maybe that's something I could look at too. I don't want to put too many things on my plate because if I change too many variables all at once, then like I don't know what actually is going to be the one that's helping me, right? Finish off today with some barbell bent over rows and then some GHD sit-ups. I don't know, man. I think today was a good learning experience. I say that a lot, but I think genuinely, I feel like if I go into the gym and I don't learn anything, even if I'm doing the exact same weights or whatever, and I don't learn anything from that experience, then what the fuck am I doing? I'm just wasting my time. Like I enjoy it, but I enjoy learning. That's why I like training, you know. But yeah, I hope things turn out better soon. But that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Shoots.